Hello? It's so lovely to be sharing simple discoveries for a happy and active life with you again. Tell me, does this feeling sound familiar? It seems like you haven't done anything particularly strenuous, yet your back aches and feels tight, as if reminding you of every year you've lived, especially in the evening, or after sitting engrossed in your favorite needlework, or perhaps after playing with the grandchildren. It feels as though some kind of grumbler has taken up residence inside your spine, refusing to let you relax. And that's so frustrating, isn't it? You want to live life to the fullest, enjoy every day, but this nagging back pain keeps interfering with your plans. Why is it that we, women of an elegant age, so often encounter this problem? The fact is, over the years, our spine, our faithful core, undergoes changes. Imagine a stack of little cushions between your vertebrae. These are our intervertebral discs. With age, they can lose moisture, become thinner, like drying sponges, and they don't absorb shock as well as they used to. Our bones might become more brittle, like delicate porcelain, and the muscles that should support our back, like a reliable corset, can weaken if we don't pay attention to them. Against this backdrop, some of our habits, which seem harmless, turn into real triggers for pain. For example, spending long hours in a favorite armchair in front of the TV is like slowly tightening a knot in your back, or carrying a heavy bag on one shoulder. It's as if you're deliberately creating an imbalance in this delicate structure. But you know what's most encouraging? Most of these unpleasant sensations can be prevented or significantly reduced by making very small, simple changes to your life. I promise you that after trying these tips, you'll feel lighter, freer in your movements, and maybe even forget where you used to ache. No complicated exercises or expensive gadgets, just common sense and a little self-care. Stay with me until the end, and let's work together to bring comfort and the joy of movement back to your spine. 1. Saying goodbye to long sitting. Hello, movement. So, the first and perhaps most common culprit is prolonged sitting. What needs to change? The habit of sitting without moving for an hour or more. What to replace it with? Short breaks for light stretching, or walking every 30-40 minutes. Let me tell you Margaret's story. She's 72 and loves reading and knitting. She could spend hours sitting in her cozy armchair by the window, lost in a book, or creating another masterpiece with her needles. But over time, she started noticing that after these sessions, her back became stiff as a board, as if filled with cement. Getting up was difficult. The first few steps were a struggle, and her lower back throbbed with a dull, exhausting ache. She would sigh. Getting older isn't easy. It seemed inevitable, and she had almost resigned herself to the discomfort. Her granddaughter suggested she simply set a timer on her phone for every half hour and get up, walk around the room, stretch, do a couple of bends. Margaret initially dismissed it. Nonsense. What difference does it make? Just extra hassle. She felt awkward interrupting her activity. It seemed to disrupt her cozy ritual, but the pain became more persistent, and she decided to give it a try. The first few times felt strange. The timer rings, time to get up. But after just a couple of days, she felt the difference. When she stood up, her back wasn't so stiff anymore. She started doing simple movements, raising her arms overhead, stretching, taking a few steps around the room, looking out the window from a different angle. Do you know what she said later? It's like oiling rusty hinges. They creak at first, but then they move more easily. Physiologically, it's simple. When we sit for long periods, our back muscles are under constant static tension. Blood circulation decreases, and the discs get compressed. Regular short breaks boost blood flow, nourish the muscles and discs, and relieve tension. It requires minimal effort, but yields huge benefits. Your back will stop feeling frozen. You'll find it easier to stand up, and you'll feel more flexible. So, let's agree. Your timer is your new friend. Stand up, stretch, smile at your reflection, and keep moving. A small movement brings great benefit to your back. 2. Shoes, not just decoration, but support for your back. The second point we often forget is our footwear. What to change? Old, worn-out shoes, flip-flops without support, or even favorite house slippers with thin soles. What to replace it with? Comfortable shoes with good cushioning and arch support. Here's the story of Eleanor, 68. She always liked to look elegant, and even for a walk in the park, she'd wear pretty but rather flat pumps. She complained of lower back pain, especially after walking. I probably just overdid it, she thought, or she chalked it up to age. Her daughter, noticing how she winced when sitting down after a walk, persuaded her to try buying good sneakers or orthopedic shoes. Eleanor resisted. "I'm not an athlete. Why do I need sneakers? They don't go with my coat." She felt that comfortable shoes were bulky and unattractive, but her daughter insisted, and together they chose a nice pair of lightweight walking shoes with a good sole. Eleanor put them on with some skepticism, but after the very first long walk, she was amazed. "You know," she told her daughter, "I feel like I'm walking on a cloud, and my back, it hardly hurts at all." Why does this happen? Our foot is the foundation of our entire body. If the foot lacks proper support, the impact shock from walking travels upwards to the knees, hips, and of course, the spine. Shoes with good cushioning act like little springs, absorbing these impacts. Arch support helps maintain the correct alignment of the legs and pelvis, which relieves excess strain on the lower back. Imagine building a tower of blocks on an uneven surface. It will be unstable. It's the same with our body. Proper support from below is key to stability and comfort above. The benefit for you is obvious. Less back and leg pain after walking, the ability to walk longer and more enjoyably, and improved posture. So, take a look in your shoe closet. Maybe it's time to treat yourself to a pair of shoes that will care for your back. Your feet and back will thank you for every comfortable step. 3. Lifting correctly, protecting your lower back. The third reason is improper lifting of heavy objects. Even if it's not a sack of potatoes, but just lifting a grandchild or a laundry basket. What to change? The habit of bending over an object with a straight back and straight legs, using your back as a lever. What to replace it with? The technique of lifting with bent knees and a straight back, using leg strength. Listen to Susan's story. She's 75. She's a passionate gardener. One spring, she decided to repot her favorite peony into a larger container. The pot wasn't huge, but quite heavy with soil. She bent down as she usually did, grabbed it, and a sharp pain shot through her lower back, like an electric shock. For several days, she could barely straighten up. After that incident, Susan became afraid to lift anything, even light items. She felt her back had become fragile, like glass. A physical therapist showed her the correct technique. Get close to the object, position your feet for stability, squat by bending your knees and hips, keep your back straight, and lift the object using the strength of your legs, not your back. Susan felt awkward at first. "It's like I'm learning to walk all over again. It feels so unnatural," she complained. It was more habitual for her to just bend over. She started practicing with light objects, a book, a small watering can. Gradually, she got used to it, and the next time she needed to lift a bag of potting soil, she did it correctly. And, miracle of miracles, her back didn't hurt. Why is this so important? When we bend over with a straight back, all the load falls on the vertebrae and discs of the lumbar spine. It's like trying to lift a bucket of water, holding it far away from your body with outstretched arms. Very difficult and dangerous for your back. When we squat with a straight back, the strong muscles of the legs and hips do the main work, while the spine remains in a safe, neutral position. Compare your spine to a ship's mast. It should be straight and stable, while the ropes, leg muscles, do the work. The practical benefit? You protect your intervertebral discs from damage, preventing sharp pain and muscle strains. You can continue doing the things you love without fear of throwing out your back. Let's treat our backs with respect. They aren't cranes. Use the power of your legs, and your back will be grateful. 4. Movement. It's life, not a threat to your back. The fourth reason is closely linked to the previous ones. It's the lack of proper physical activity. What to change? Fear of movement due to pain and a sedentary lifestyle. What to replace it with? Regular but gentle and suitable types of activity. Walking, swimming, special exercises for the back. Carol's story, 65 years old. Her back periodically ached, and she began avoiding any activity. It's better to sit or lie down, so I don't provoke the pain, she thought. She believed rest was the best medicine. But over time, the pain didn't go away. Instead, her back became increasingly stiff, and her muscles weakened. It became a vicious cycle. Pain leads to inactivity. Inactivity weakens muscles. Weak muscles support the back poorly, and the pain intensifies. Her doctor advised her to start small. Just walk every day for 15 to 20 minutes at a comfortable pace. Carol was skeptical. Walking? How will that help? I'm actually afraid to walk because of the pain. She started walking around her house, slowly, listening to her body. The first few days felt unusual, a bit tiring, but she noticed that, strangely enough, her back felt better after the walk, less stiff. Gradually, she increased the duration of her walks. After a month, she realized with surprise that the pain was significantly less frequent and intense. She felt as if her muscles had woken up and were supporting her back better. Physiologically, this is understandable. Moderate, regular exercise strengthens the core muscles, abdomen and back, which act like a natural corset supporting the spine. Blood circulation improves, nourishing the discs and joints. Movement helps maintain flexibility. Imagine your back muscles as a team of rowers. If they are strong and work together smoothly, the boat, your spine, moves steadily and confidently. If the rowers are weak or untrained, the boat will rock and sway. What's the benefit for you? Strengthening of the muscular corset, reduction of pain, improved flexibility and mobility, more energy, and a better mood. Don't be afraid of movement. Start small. Even 5 to 10 minutes of walking a day is better than nothing. Find something you enjoy. Maybe it's swimming, which takes the load off the spine, or gentle yoga. Movement is medicine you can prescribe for yourself. 5. Posture, the silent guardian of back health. The fifth reason we often ignore is our posture. What to change? The habit of slouching when sitting, standing, or walking. What to replace it with? Consciously maintaining an upright posture, shoulders back and relaxed, abdomen slightly engaged, crown of the head reaching upwards. Let's recall Patricia, age 70. She started noticing in photos that she was always slightly hunched. Additionally, she was bothered by aching pains in her neck and upper back, especially after watching TV or reading in her armchair. She didn't pay much attention, thinking it was just fatigue. A friend once jokingly told her, "Pat, stand up straight, you're a queen." Patricia thought about it. She began paying attention to how she sat. And indeed, shoulders slumped forward, back rounded. She decided to try focusing on her posture. She placed a small cushion behind her lower back when sitting in the armchair, tried to keep her shoulders back, and reach the crown of her head upwards. At first, it felt unnatural and even a bit tiring. Muscles unaccustomed to working protested. She set a couple of reminders on her phone during the day. Straighten your back. After a couple of weeks, she noticed that the pain in her neck and back had lessened. And, what pleased her especially, she started looking taller and more confident. Why is posture so important? When we slouch, the load on the spine is distributed unevenly. Some muscles become overstrained, while others weaken. Intervertebral discs are compressed unevenly, especially in the cervical, neck, and thoracic, upper back regions. It's like carrying a heavy backpack that pulls you back and down. Sooner or later, your back will start to hurt. Correct posture is when the spine is in its natural balanced position, and the load is distributed optimally. Muscles work harmoniously, supporting the back without unnecessary strain. It's like a well-tuned musical instrument. It sounds clear and beautiful. What's the benefit for you? Reduced pain in the neck, shoulders, and back, improved breathing, when the chest is open, and looking and feeling more energetic and youthful. Paying attention to posture is a free and very effective way to care for your back. Just remind yourself several times a day. Sit up straight, relax your shoulders back, feel yourself grow a little taller. Your back will appreciate this care. 6. Sleeping on the right stage, key to morning vitality. The sixth important detail is what we sleep on. What to change? An old sagging mattress or an unsuitable pillow? Too high, too low, lost its shape. What to replace it with? A mattress that provides good spinal support and a pillow that keeps the neck properly aligned. Helen's story, age 78. Every morning, she woke up feeling stiff all over, especially in her back. "My arthritis must be acting up," she'd sigh. She slept on an old spring mattress she'd had for many years. Her daughter, seeing how her mother struggled to get out of bed in the morning, insisted they go mattress shopping together. Helen grumbled at first. "Why spend the money? I'm used to mine." She didn't think the mattress was that important. In the store, a consultant helped them choose a medium-firm mattress that supported her spine well, preventing it from sinking, and an orthopedic pillow suited for her favorite side sleeping position. The first few nights on the new mattress felt strange to Helen. It feels kind of firm, she complained, but after just a week, she woke up one morning and realized with surprise her back hardly hurt. The feeling of stiffness was much less intense. She got out of bed much more easily. Could it really have been the mattress? She wondered. Why is this so important? At night, during sleep, our muscles relax, and the entire support of the spine falls on the mattress and pillow. If the mattress sags like a hammock, the spine bends into an unnatural position. If the pillow is too high or too low, the neck suffers. All night long, the spine is in an incorrect position. Muscles cannot fully relax, and discs experience unnecessary pressure. A good mattress and pillow are like a stage for a ballerina. They must be level and supportive so she can rest and recover. What's the benefit for you? Reduced morning stiffness and pain in the back and neck, deeper and more restorative sleep, and feeling better throughout the day. You don't necessarily need the most expensive mattress. The main thing is that it's sufficiently supportive, maintains the natural curves of your spine, and is right for you. Think about your sleeping setup. Perhaps a small update could bring huge relief to your back. 7. The hidden enemy, chronic stress and tension. And finally, the 7th reason, often less discussed, but no less important, is chronic stress and emotional tension. What to change? The habit of carrying all worries and concerns internally, constantly being tense. What to replace it with? Mastering relaxation techniques, finding joy in small things, and learning to let go of negative thoughts. Let me share Barbara's story. She's 66. She had always been a very responsible person, worrying about her children, grandchildren, about everything under the sun. In recent years, she was often bothered by a pulling, aching pain in her shoulders and between her shoulder blades. Massages only provided temporary relief. Doctors couldn't find any serious spinal problems. One day, she was chatting with a friend who practiced yoga. The friend noticed that Barbara was almost always tense, her shoulders hunched up, as if constantly expecting a blow. The friend suggested she try simple breathing exercises and meditation for relaxation. Barbara was skeptical. What's the connection between breathing and my back? That's all nonsense. It seemed like a waste of time. But she was so worn out by the pain that she decided to try. She started with 5 minutes a day, sitting comfortably, closing her eyes, and simply focusing on her breath, trying to breathe slowly and deeply, relaxing her shoulders on the exhale. At first, thoughts swirled in her head. It was hard to concentrate, but she persisted. After a few weeks, she noticed with surprise that she was reacting more calmly to minor troubles, and most importantly, the pain in her shoulders and back had noticeably decreased. She realized that she had been unconsciously keeping the muscles in her back and shoulders tense due to her worries. Imagine constantly carrying an invisible but heavy backpack of your worries. Your back muscles are forced to hold it continuously. They get tired and start to ache. When we are stressed, our body releases hormones that cause muscle tension. This is the ancient fight or flight response. But if stress becomes chronic, the muscles remain tense, especially in the neck, shoulders, and upper back. Relaxation, deep breathing, meditation, enjoyable activities, hobbies, spending time with loved ones, nature walks, help break this vicious cycle. It's like taking off that invisible backpack. Your back immediately feels lighter. What's the benefit for you? Reduced muscle tension and pain, improved mood, more restful sleep, and an overall sense of lightness and well-being. Find your own ways to relax. Maybe it's a warm bath, listening to your favorite music, knitting, or simply 10 minutes of quiet time with a cup of fragrant tea. Allow yourself to release tension. Your back will thank you immensely for it. So, there you have 7 simple yet very important points that can affect the health of your back. You see, much of it is truly in our hands. I know you have vast life experience and wisdom behind you. You've raised children. You help with grandchildren. You know and can do so much. And you absolutely deserve to feel good, light, and comfortable in your body at any age. Don't think that back pain is an inevitable companion of mature years. It's not. Start small. Choose one piece of advice that seemed most relevant to you and try to incorporate it into your life. Maybe you'll start taking short breaks while sitting, or buy yourself comfortable shoes for walking, or simply remember your posture more often. Even a small change can trigger a chain reaction of positive transformations. Remember, self-care isn't selfishness. It's a necessity that allows you to stay active, energetic, and share your love and warmth with your loved ones for longer. You are strong, you are wise, and you can do this. Believe in yourselves and stay healthy.